Thank you for your interest in our Invoice AI solution. I'll go into our vendor bill inbox. With Charted, there are two ways to get vendor bills into the system. The first way would be via upload. So drag and drop the bill into this area here, and then it would transmit below. The second way is via email in setting up a forwarding rule. So as bills hit the AP inbox, they are automatically forwarded into their NetSuite environment. In the inbox, we will get a file name and owner, date uploaded, status, vendor, sub, invoice number. You would have the ability to add notes as needed to the related bills that are sitting in the queue here. We do capture PO numbers. So if there is a PO number on the relevant vendor bill, the system will capture that PO number, put it in this column. And the great thing about that is you hover over the PO number, you're going to get a status of the purchase order. And then that PO number also does serve as a link to the purchase order as well. We'll capture the invoice date as well as invoice totals. And as you can see, we do pick up those foreign currencies as well. We see Canadian dollars, euros, Australian dollars. I think I have krona in the inbox as well as rupee. So as those foreign invoices do get sent into your inbox, they will be picked up by our system as well here. Now, with our solution, we have also recently unveiled touchless invoicing. So what we're looking at now is the vendor bill inbox. And as we click into these respective rows, we'll go into the bill creation process. With our touchless invoicing, which is enabled on a vendor level, what would happen is that these bills would auto process. From this vendor bill inbox, they would go straight into the approval process or straight to an approved status. And we can enable that on a vendor level. And we're finding that bills where the amounts don't change and the accounts really don't change too much are most likely to be beneficial utilizing that touchless invoicing piece where we can enable at a vendor level. All right. And if I go to the process tab over here, we'll see that I have a few bills in here that are labeled auto processed. All right. So we do have a bill here. So this auto processed and went straight into the approval process here. So first on the regular vendor bill queue here, I'm going to go to a standalone bill. And with our solution, we'll get that PDF on the left side of the screen, and on the right side of the screen would be your vendor bill form. So when we scroll down, you notice that the information has already been populated. So based on transactional history, the system understands that demo energy bills are coded to the utilities account, to the operations department, provenance location, as well as the demo class. So the first time you enter a bill for a vendor, you will have to populate the account, department, location, and class. But after you enter that first bill, the system will start to remember and pick up on how you code and you map your bills, turning this more into a review process instead of a manual data entry process here. Along with that, we also do have a feature named AI directions. Now, with this functionality, we have the ability to tell the system what information we want populated from the vendor bill. So we had a prospect that had a lot of utility bills, and utility bills tend to not have an invoice number. So what we wanted was for that account number to come together with that service period to create a unique invoice number for this vendor bill. And as you can see, we did that here with that AI direction feature. They also wanted the billing period in the memo field, and we did that here as well. And let me show you that AI direction functionality. And the great thing about our AI direction tool is that you don't need technical skills or knowledge here. All you really need is the proper permissions, and you can create these as needed. So for that demo energy bill, I created this corresponding direction where I told the system, if you recognize the word energy, then in the invoice number field, put account number followed by service year and month. Nothing too technical there. And as we saw, it put those two sources together, the service year and month, as well as the account number to create that invoice number, and then put billing period in memo field. So if you guys have ever used ChatGPT, this works a bit similar, but in this instance, we are putting in a prompt and then putting it to a field to be applied to. So a really big enhancement here. This allows for even more reduction of manual touching on invoices, because once these directions are in place, when February bill comes for demo energy, it'll have 34832/2025. So reducing the amount of touching on invoices and helping you create bills in a much more efficient manner.